Hey, what's going on guys, it's TZ Ghost, and welcome to my Die Maschine main quest guide. I've done my best to make sure this guide is as quick and accurate as possible, but if there's anything missing or changed over time, I will let you know in the comment section or description below. Without further ado, here's how to complete Die Maschine. The first step is to build Pack-a-Punch. This will require you to turn on the power and enter the Dark Aether anomaly. Once inside the Dark Aether, run to the Aether tunnel marked on your screen and use it to travel to the room where you will find the machine part required. Once you have the machine part, run back to where the anomaly was before and place the part to build the Pack-a-Punch machine. Once you have built Pack-a-Punch, an anomaly will spawn around the map. There are 3 potential locations that can appear. These locations are the power room, pond, or penthouse. Once you activate the anomaly and enter the Dark Aether, pick up the Aetherscope part closest to your anomaly. Be cautious, as every time you pick up one of these parts, plague hounds will spawn. Once you pick up the first part, the other 2 will spawn in the other locations. For the power room, it will spawn in this vent. For the penthouse, it is leaning on the outside of Noct and spawn. For the pond, it is on top of the crashed plane engine. Once you have picked up all 3, head down to the particle accelerator and build the Aetherscope at the workbench. Now, head to the medical bay and activate the anomaly. Once inside the Dark Aether, pick up the diary next to the computer and jump down to activate the first reflection. When the reflection spawns, give it the diary and immediately head to the control room to spawn another reflection to once again hand the diary to. The final reflection is in front of the Aetherscope workbench and the particle accelerator. Like the others, you need to activate it and hand it the diary. Watch out for the Mayak that spawns while doing this. If you fail to activate all 3 before being taken out of the Dark Aether, progress to the next round and activate the anomaly in the medical bay once again. Once you've completed all 3 reflections, head back to the computer in the medical bay and enter the password. You will now need to power the machine with each D.I.E upgrade variant. Next, you will need to wait for a Megaton to spawn. Before killing it, have the Megaton throw one of its acid bombs at this tree. This will be needed for a later step. Once you kill the final split bomber, it will drop a keycard. Take the keycard and use it at this machine in the weapons lab. It will give you the D.I.E remote control. Run back up to Noct and you will notice that you can now activate a trap at this door. You will need to kill zombies with this trap until it is full. Afterwards, go back to where you activate the trap and fire the weapon. You will now have access to a free D.I.E shockwave. For the Cryo Emitter variant, head up to the penthouse and fire your shockwave at this crate. Head to where it drops and pick up this flask and place it at the tree you had the Megaton attack earlier. Wait for a bit until the flask is full, then retrieve it and bring it to this weapon crate in the medical bay. Destroy the chains by holding U's and swap to the D.I.E Cryo Emitter. Then, shoot the blue capacitator on the machine to power it. For the Thermophasic upgrade, enter the Dark Aether by activating the anomaly next to the same tree you placed the flask. Once inside the Dark Aether, head up to the plane and shoot this crate and pick up the fuse. Use the fast travel Aether tunnel next to you and run to the weapons lab where you will find this laser cutter near the Deadshot machine. Place the fuse at the machine and head up to this truck outside of Noct and retrieve the Thermophasic variant. Head down to the medical bay and shoot the red capacitator. For the Nova 5 upgrade, head to the top level of Noct and use your D.I.E secondary attack to bring the canister to you to pick up. Then, bring the canister down to the weapons lab to install it in the cleaning unit. Next, wait until you have a plague hound and kill it next to where you placed the canister. From there, pick up the canister and place it on top of the weapon crate in front of the plane. Melee the canister and retrieve the D.I.E Nova 5. Then, head down once again to the medical bay and shoot the green capacitator. For the Electrobolt variant, make sure you have a base D.I.E shockwave, which you can retrieve at the weapon crate with the upgrade variant you already have. Use the anomaly located in the particle accelerator room to enter the Dark Aether. From there, use the secondary attack to suck the energy from one of these yellow crystals around the map. These crystals are on top of Noct, at the pond, and crash site. You must do this one crystal at a time, and once you have sucked out the energy, head down to the particle accelerator and fire your charged shockwave at the weapon crate to deposit the energy. Do this for all 3 crystals around the map. If you are not able to deposit them all in one go, progress to the next round and activate the anomaly again to pick up where you left off. I recommend using the Aether Tunnel fast travels to achieve this in one go. After you've deposited all 3 crystals, retrieve your D.I.E Electrobolt from the weapon crate and fire it at the yellow capacitator. Once you've completed all 4 upgrade variants and powered the machine, enter the anomaly that spawns next to the medical bay and reveal the Spectral Reflection in front of this wallby. Once the cutscene is over, pick up the Dark Aether wrench that is left behind and head up to spawn. Use the Dark Aether wrench on the side of this tank 3 times and kill the zombie that pops out. After that, throw an explosive onto the tank hatch. I recommend a Simtex or C4. This will cause the tank to fire, knocking the Decontamination Agent from a tree. Head over and pick up the Decontamination Agent and run to the medical bay to install it into the containment unit. The next step requires you to kill a megaton underneath the machine in the medical bay. When it splits, both bombers should be brought into the machine. From there, all players will need to go to the computer in the medical bay and activate it. After a short cutscene, play counts will spawn. The next step technically doesn't start the boss fight, but at the moment there is a bug where if you wait too long after this next step, the boss fight trigger will despawn. Therefore, before moving on, I recommend at this point making sure all players in your game get prepared and ready to enter the boss fight. Once everyone is ready, activate the anomaly located inside of Noct. Once inside the Dark Aether, activate the Spectral Reflection. Once the cutscene is over and you have returned from the Dark Aether, pick up the family photo left behind to start the boss fight. This photograph is what currently despawns if not picked up for too long, so be sure to immediately, upon returning, pick it up. Once you have picked up the family photo, you will be immediately teleported to the particle accelerator room for the boss fight. After some dialogue, you will need to defend Orlov while he shuts the machine down. During this fight, megatons, plague hounds, and Myax will spawn alongside armored and normal zombies. Survive and defend Orlov until he has completed shutting down the machine at all 3 positions. Keep in mind you do have access to the Pack-a-Punch and armor station during this fight. After all 3 defend parts are complete, you will need to escape and exfil. Run to the location marked while avoiding the light beams coming down and the zombies. These light beams will instantly down you, so be cautious around them. To successfully escape, make sure you go from the particle accelerator to the medical bay, then turn right towards the plane crash, then run until you reach the exfil site. Only 1 player has to successfully make it to the exfil to complete the quest. So, if someone goes down, don't worry about it. And that's it. You've now completed the Die Maschine main quest. If you found this guide helpful, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Cold War Zombies content. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
We have Alpha Site just went nuclear. Facility has been destroyed.
Good work, Strike Team. We've closed the breach. But I got a feeling Omega Group is just getting started.